From terrifying asylums to haunted space stations, these multiplayer horror games will have you and your friends screaming, laughing, and begging to keep the lights on. If you love fast-paced co-op shooters, Killing Floor 3 is for you. You and 5 friends will take on waves of terrifying bioengineered monsters called Zeds. The gunplay is intense, the customization options are solid, and the new meat system makes enemies smarter and gorier. You can play solo, but let's be real, the real fun is in the co-op chaos. This collection is a love letter to 90s survival horror. It includes Dinobreak, where you fight dinosaurs in classic tank control style, Railbreak, an on-rails shooter, and the original Outbreak in 2D. The nostalgic graphics are cool, but the gameplay can feel clunky. If you're into old-school horror games, you'll enjoy it, but it might not be for everyone. Dying Light. The Beast takes you to Castor Woods, where Kyle Crane is out for revenge. The open world is packed with zombies, intense parkour, and brutal combat. The 4-player co-op makes survival even more fun, especially at night when things get terrifying. The game introduces Beast Mode for more powerful attacks, but it feels a bit underdeveloped. This one's more of a psychological horror experience than a traditional multiplayer game, but it's worth mentioning. Set in Viking-era Iceland, Hellblade II is visually stunning and deeply immersive, with some of the best sound design in gaming. The combat is brutal but limited, and the puzzles can feel repetitive. While it's a single-player game, it's one of those experiences that's fun to share and discuss with friends. This asymmetrical horror game puts 4 players in the role of victims and 3 as the infamous Slaughter family. It's intense, brutal, and full of heart-pounding moments. The game nails the creepy old-school horror vibe, but the matchmaking can be rough and the maps can be confusing. If you love Dead by Daylight, this is right up your alley. In this creepy sequel, you play as Caroline Walker, exploring a haunted monastery to save your sister. The puzzles are challenging, the monsters are terrifying, and resource management keeps things tense. With Unreal Engine 5 delivering stunning visuals, this is a must-play for fans of classic survival horror like Resident Evil. For those who love sci-fi horror, Directive 8020 takes you to Tau Ceti F, where the Cassiopeia crew faces an alien threat. The game combines stealth, survival, and decision-making, with real-time threats keeping you on edge. The story is shaped by your choices, making it even more immersive. Oh, and Lashana Lynch stars in it, which is pretty awesome. Creepy, atmospheric, and unsettling. Little Nightmares 3 lets you and a friend or an AI companion play as low and alone, trying to escape the terrifying world of nowhere. The puzzles are clever, and the art direction is eerie in the best way. While the gameplay isn't a huge departure from the previous games, the co-op element makes it even more fun and terrifying to experience together. From the developers of Layers of Fear, Cronos. The New Dawn is a survival horror game with a retro-futuristic, brutalist aesthetic. You play as a collective agent, traveling through time and battling horrifying creatures while trying to change humanity's fate. The combat is intense, and the atmosphere feels like Dead Space meets Control. If you thought Outlast was scary, imagine playing it with friends. The Outlast Trials takes the franchise's terrifying atmosphere and adds multiplayer, letting you and up to 3 others try to escape horrifying experiments. The mix of stealth, puzzles, and survival is intense, but playing with friends can sometimes turn fear into nervous laughter. Whether you're battling zombies, escaping chainsaw-wielding maniacs, or running from childhood nightmares, these multiplayer horror games will test your nerves and friendships. Which one are you most excited for? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more horror game content.